St. John, where I live, is the only city on the world-renowned Bay of Fundy. It has natural beauty, Atlantic Canada's only nature spa, an Olympic swimming pool, historical architecture, seafood seclusion and spas when you desire tranquility, or partying and fine dining when you crave excitement. Sounds just like Babington House, right? Well, it is, but without the wankers. It's a really good joke in England, right? Really good joke in England. So what do you want to know about New Brunswick? Possibly nothing. So I'm going to show you with a PowerPoint. Now, yes, it is true, those of you that knew me when I lived here, I did have a good life. You wouldn't necessarily look at pictures of myself in London and think that guy's life sucks. On paper, I certainly had a glamorous life. I had a job working for a high-profile men's magazine. I had a comedy career, I had a TV show. Everything looked great. I got to hang out with my heroes and meet my heroes. Night after night, there'd be glamorous parties, but really underneath it all, I wasn't seeing my wife, I wasn't seeing my kids. We were stressed to the max, we were living in a shoebox. None of the happiness that I really wanted out of life was there. And then suddenly a thing happened. As I was at this kind of point of just feeling my absolute lowest, thinking I've on paper have everything I've ever wanted, but I'm completely miserable. I was flown to New York to interview my all-time hero, Jerry Seinfeld. And we did the interview, and it was an absolute joy. And then at the end, I asked all the questions I had to ask. And then at the end, I thought, I want to ask him a question for me. And I said, it's something I've always wondered, something I've never known. I said, when you quit the TV show Seinfeld at its absolute peak, it was at its peak culturally, critically, creatively, it's got the highest ratings, it's getting the best reviews, and you walked away. Why? Why did you walk away at that point when you could have carried on, you could have made even more money, you could have had more critical acclaim? And he said, you know why I didn't? And there was this kind of long dramatic pause, and he just looked at me and he said, because that's what everybody expected me to do. And he said, there's a good life lesson, James. There is a good career path for you. He said, make a list of all of the things that everybody expects you to do right now and do the opposite. So 5 months later, I was on a plane to St. John, New Brunswick. And for me, flying in and seeing that's what I want to see. I don't want to see this kind of a colossal concrete jungle. I want to see that when I fly in. And how happy were when we got here? I'll show you how happy. This is how happy we were. That is my youngest son, River. We were so happy to be here that we are doing bloody selfies in Winners. That is the sign. And why are we doing selfies in Winners? Because we live in a place that looks like this. You think if you live in a smaller place that you have to compromise something, but you don't have to compromise everything. Everything that you could possibly want is there. You have this, and then minutes away you have houses that look like this. Let's face it, you are all journalists, which means you are all frustrated novelists. You need to write your great novel. Where better to write your great novel than a place that looks like this, and a place that costs less than a doorknob in South London? And you can be in a place like that, and minutes away you have that. Turn the corner, you have this. Turn the corner, you have this. And you think, well, that looks secluded. You think, I know what you all think. I've had messages from some of you. You think I live 3 or 4 hour drive away from the nearest liquor store. I don't. This is literally minutes away from a buzzing, vibrant city. And look, I know what you're thinking. And you're looking at that thinking, that's very well, James, but you said it was nice and quiet there. Well, it is. That is everyone in New Brunswick right there. Minutes from my house, I walk down to this beautiful wharf. We've never, ever been happier. Look how happy my children are there. The boy on the left there, his name is Hunter. He is currently in the front row. Hunter, how happy are you? Happy. I'll show you how happy we are on a regular daily basis, right? This picture of me, right? This is not a publicity shot that I had done for a show. I was literally at the Renfort one Tuesday morning about 11 a.m. and I had this burst of I cannot believe that I get to stand here and look at boats that I'll never own, right? Right. And the kids are playing over there. I don't even need to watch them because I know they're safe. And I had this burst of oh my God, life here is great. And I just ran and went like that. Yes, briefly, right? Someone in their car, in the car park, took that picture and sent it to me and said, "Are you all right, James? I saw you drinking at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. This is absolutely absurd." And it's not just me that's happy. It's not just me that's happy. While here in England, you've got a prime minister who sacrificed many years of her career to introduce laws that outlawed the discussion of homosexuality in schools, wanted to literally ban homosexuality in the schools. Meanwhile, in Canada, our prime minister is on ecstasy at Gay Pride. He's living the dream. Look at him. There is no way there are not drugs involved in that picture.